is time for my final haul from my June 2021 trip. Thank you all so much for watching all the vlogs and videos, all of the things. It is so greatly appreciated. I had such a great time and I was able to pick up, of course, some really cool items, so let's just jump right in. Before heading off to Walt Disney World, I made a whole itinerary with little bullet points, little lists of things I wanted to pick up on my visit, just to remember each park in a special way. This was my graduation trip and I just wanted to pick up a special item to just remember all the parks, all the memories, all the fun things that we did. And my main pickup for Animal Kingdom was these plush from DinoLand. They just updated the game prizes over in DinoLand, and they are themed to characters actually in the park. So this is an official little Disney plush. It says Animal Kingdom here on the bottom. Each ticket to play the games is $5. I bought 5 tickets, $25 for the following 3 plush. I will be doing a Q&A video. I was getting lots of questions about this game. Is it worth playing the games and stuff, trying to get the prizes? Are they worth it? All the things. So if you have any questions about my trip, about any of the items, leave them in the comments down below. I can answer them in a future live stream or Q&A video. We're starting to get that figured out. The next item I got, this was the largest prize that I won, which you guys actually saw in the vlog, the Animal Kingdom vlog. I'll have all of those linked down below. This was the Dino Institute Mickey Mouse plush. I think this is so cool how they're actually specially themed to the land. The only way you can get these plushes is by playing the games, so that makes them super unique and like special. I love his little face. He's so adorable. He's just so cute, and it even says Animal Kingdom on the bottom. And then the other plush that I got was also the Dino Institute Minnie Mouse. I have to say the quality of their shirts, like this little ink print, is not the best, but the rest of the plush is really good, which for $25 you would normally only be able to get like this one like bigger plush at one of the stores. So in a way it's actually a better deal if you do win the games. While we were at Animal Kingdom, it started to rain, so I brought Mickey Mouse, my little NuiMO, along with me, so I had to pick him up a little umbrella. This was $12.99. I thought it'd be so fun. I was thinking about getting it at some point on my trip, and this was the perfect opportunity to take some rain pictures. We were waiting for Everest to reopen after the rain, after the storm and everything, so we just did a little shopping up in the Oasis area of Animal Kingdom. So I thought this was just a fun little find, and it's actually pretty good quality. It is just a plastic little like handle and everything, but the umbrella itself actually works really good. There's a little button to keep everything all closed in, and then you just, how a normal umbrella works. It's pretty sturdy, like I have to say, like, yes, it's plastic, yes, you could snap it, but I think it's just like generally like a little bit better than I thought it was going to be. And it says Disney NuiMOs on it, and it looks so cute. He does have issues holding it though. It has to like lean up against him. He can't like hold it or anything like that. But pretty easy to use, pretty cutesy. And it also comes with a little stand, so that's because they can't really hold it up. It's nice that it comes with a really cute little stand. Okay, I was trying to put the stand together to show you, and it's not the best stand I've ever seen. It's really hard to put together, and you have to take it apart to put it in the stand. So it's not like, you can't just like put it in the stand real quick. It's a little bit, takes a little bit more time than that, but otherwise, I do like how it's a clear little stand though. That's very nice that like it doesn't really distract from whatever you're like taking a picture or something. And then the actual like umbrella like handle has to like also sit on the ground to be able to hold it up. It's kind of complicated, but it works. There it is. That's really adorable. And then also while I was in there purchasing the umbrella, I saw some limited edition pins that I was looking to pick up on my trip at some point, and I was like, we might as well just get them now. It's raining and stuff, like let's get something fun. And I'm really glad that I did, because I did not see any of these pins the rest of the time. And I had that actually happen with a few other items I was looking to purchase. I saw them at one point and I was like, oh, I'll wait and I'll get them like at the end of the day or like later on, and I'd forget about it. And I'll like, oh, I'll just get them at the next park, and they didn't have them like the rest of the visit. So that just goes to show, like, when you see something at Disney World, when you see something, get it, because it's a lot harder to find merchandise now. The pins that I picked up, this one was $20, and this is the Windows of Main Street. This is the iWorks little window, and it has this little magnetic hatch to it where you open it up and it reveals, there we go, and then it just like magnetic little sticks up there, and it's little Oswald. It's like a really nice layered window pin. Looks really, really cool, and I love all the little just attention to detail, just like how they do on Main Street. And that one is also limited edition. The next one I picked up is also $20, and this is from the Cars 15th anniversary, and they are right there in front of Flo's V8 Cafe, Mater and Lightning McQueen, and this is a other like little layered pin. And then this last one was $17.99. This was a limited release annual pass holder pin. They didn't ask to see if I even had an annual pass, but I was able to get it anyway. I don't have an annual pass. This is a 2021 Run Disney Every Mile is Magic pin, which I thought was pretty fitting because I don't have just like a general Run Disney pin. Next up, at Disney's Hollywood Studios, there were two specific items I was looking for. One of them being Dok Ondar. I love this character in Galaxy's Edge. He's a special Galaxy's Edge character. He lives in Batuu and he sells and trades all of the merchandise. His little shop sells lightsabers and all the fun goods and kyber crystals, so it's like a secretive little store and it has a really cool story to it. This is one of the animatronics you can actually see without going on a ride, which is something Disney doesn't really do, so I thought that was just really, really cool. Love this character, and they recently released a plush for him at the Toydarian Toy Maker, which is one of the stores in the little market area of Galaxy's Edge. These actually don't last long. These special little hand-sewn plush by the people who live on Batuu, I've seen lots of characters fade in and out of there, so I wanted to make sure I picked him up while he was still available. I did see lots of characters like Jabba the Hutt and Finn and all of these other characters at the Character Warehouse outlet. Confusing. That I wanted to make sure I was able to get Dok in Galaxy's Edge, a fun little experience, fun little time. My friend built a lightsaber. That was the big item that day, and then mine was Dok Ondar. A little bit different price range. This one was $22.99, has a really cool little tag to it, and he has all these fun little straps and little clothing pieces all on him, and then he also has a little hood, which is so cute. I know, I just think this character is so much fun. And then I said two items. The second item being, it is back. The Spork is back at Galaxy's Edge. This is, I believe, $13. It comes in this really cool bag. It says Spork, says Galaxy's Edge, all the fun things on it. Really nice quality bag. And the Spork itself is actually metal. I feel like I am holding something from Star Wars right now. They did have a plastic bag around it saying wash before use. I did not actually use this in Galaxy's Edge, although now that I'm home I do plan on washing it and then maybe bringing it back on the next visit just for the fully immersive experience. They used to actually not give out these metal ones, but there used to be sporks, maybe actually they were metal, that you would actually eat your meal with, and then you'd have to return them after, just like silverware at a restaurant, but people were stealing them. So now they made them for sale, and they kind of like discontinued them for a while during the reopenings and everything, but now they are back. I am so happy I was able to get one. It is so cool. I think this would be so fun to actually use in Galaxy's Edge, so I do plan on taking it back at some point. The next item I picked up also from Docking Bay 7 was this fun cup. There was just like water in it. I just like wiped it out and everything. That might be fun for display. And then of course I had to pick up one of the Dasani water bottles with the fun Galaxy's Edge theming. And then another thing, this has never happened to me before. We were staying at Hollywood Studios to take pictures with my friend's lightsaber after the park had closed. So you can actually stay at a park technically an hour after the listed closing time to like take photos and things, or to finish up whatever ride you were on. The best tip I can give to someone who wants to make like the most out of their ticket day, if you're at the park from open to close, something like that, get in line for a ride between 5 and 10 minutes before the listed park closing time. So, for example, we got on Smuggler's Run like 5 minutes before the park closed. The park closed at 9 that day, 8 that day, something like that. We were able to get through the ride and everything, like waited a good bit of time. That way, by the time we got off of the ride, everything was dark and the lights were on. We were able to get our pictures on our way out, and there was like no one in our photos because the park had closed during that time frame. We were waiting in line for the ride, and then we were able to get some cool pictures as we made our way out of the attraction. So we were there like between like an hour after the park had closed because other people were still finishing up their rides and things. You cannot get in line for any other rides. All of the like dining locations, stores, everything closed because you're like supposed to be leaving, but it's cool to get pictures on your way out. Anyway, on our way out, there was a PhotoPass photographer, again, done with their shift because the park had closed, just standing outside of like the guest services area at the very front of the park, and he was holding many of these little envelopes like in his hand, just like holding them out, and we were just like, you know, have a good night, like bye and everything, and he's like, and we're like, what is that? And he's like, I don't know, find out. That's exactly what he said. So we each took one, and this is a little PhotoPass, like professional photo of the Tree of Life. Yes, we were at Hollywood Studios, but like a professional Disney photo print of the Tree of Life from PhotoPass. So that won't happen every single time the park closes. That was just like a special thing that happened to us. Maybe they do that throughout the day or something. I'm not really sure. That was the first time that had happened to me, but that was so cool. So we got like a free print on our way out of Hollywood Studios after having a really good day. It was just like an extra little magical touch. Next stop, EPCOT. I love EPCOT. EPCOT is so cool. Although this visit, I think that was my least favorite park of the entire visit because of the construction walls, because of the construction everywhere. The park kind of had weird hours when we were there too, so it was just kind of like a weird time. We were able to ride everything, which was really great. And of course, I had to pick up a popcorn bucket. I was originally not going to get a popcorn bucket this trip, and I kept seeing this one like very rarely. Like not many of the popcorn stands actually had popcorn buckets, and I normally like to show the stands like as I'm going around the park because I also like to know where and what popcorn buckets are being sold, and I was having just a really hard time finding one. So I saw this one again at EPCOT. I saw many people carrying it around, and I'm like, I guess I better pick it up while I see it, and I'm glad I did because I barely saw it the rest of the time I was there. Even at Magic Kingdom, I barely saw it. I think I only saw it at one stand. This one is themed to different Disney park attractions. Specifically at Magic Kingdom, there you can see Haunted Mansion, Pirates, Dumbo, Jungle Cruise, just castle pictures, Splash Mountain, all the things just wrapped all around this bucket. It's a really cool design. I feel like this was a like pre-50th anniversary little like, we're getting into just like the parks and all the magic and everything. It has a bright orange top to it, so it's a really pretty color scheme, color tones. That's like my favorite colors and all that. But something that was really strange, normally with the popcorn buckets, for the length of your stay, you can refill them like anytime at the different popcorn carts. It's $2 to refill them. But then as I was purchasing mine, the person in line in front of me, like, you know, asked, like, oh, how long can I, like, refill this? And the cast member said for the rest of the year, which I never heard them say that. Like, that is, I don't think they've ever done that before. But now I'm super curious. So the next time I go to Walt Disney World, I think I'm going to take this and see if I can refill it. Like, is this specific design available for the rest of 2021 to refill? I don't know. That's what the cast member was telling people in line whenever I purchased this. So, if so, that's a great deal if you're like an annual pass holder to just like take this and refill it when you go, like for $2. Like, that's really good, I think. Please do not quote me on that. Like, I don't know if that was like correct, but that's what I heard. So we're gonna test it out. At EPCOT, there was only one item I was like mainly on the hunt for. There were a few different items I was looking for that I knew would be available at Magic Kingdom or at Mouse Gear at EPCOT, so I didn't really like, I wasn't like super like, oh, let me look out for it, but they actually didn't have it at EPCOT anyway, and I was looking for the weighted Mickey Mouse plush, and I was gonna get it at EPCOT, because then I was getting something special at Magic Kingdom. If EPCOT didn't have it, I was just gonna get it at Magic Kingdom. It was gonna be fine, but I actually didn't see it the whole trip, so I actually just ordered it online. But for EPCOT, the one item I was definitely looking out for from Flower and Garden was the Spike the Bee sipper. I do have the Orange Bird sipper from a few years ago. There is a new one out right now, but I'm just trying to get the ones I don't have. So of course I picked up little Spike the Bee here. This was $15 from Flower and Garden Festival. So actually, while I was at Walt Disney World, they released some new Run Disney merchandise, and the only place that I saw it was EPCOT, which I thought was kind of interesting. Like, Disney Springs didn't have it or anything. This was $27, and this is the 2021 Run Disney ornament. It only says 2021 on the, like, the heel, like the very back of it, but I thought this would just be a nice one to have. It's just a general Run Disney ornament. The next item I picked up, I was debating if I should get it this trip or next visit, but I decided to get it now because it was so cute. This was $29.99, the Remy ears. How adorable is this? Little soft plushy ears, little plastic like whiskers on it, and it says Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, the new attraction opening at EPCOT on October 1st. The next item I picked up is the Been There series mug. I love these mugs, they're so cool, so I figured, oh, every visit I'll get one for one of the other parks. I do have Magic Kingdom, I do have Batuu, I do have Disney California Adventure, but I do not have EPCOT, so I figured, why not? I loved the colors of this. It's like an orange and a purple, so I thought that was really, really beautiful. I love the EPCOT logo, the monorail, Spaceship Earth. The 21st century begins today, and it has all of the different, I don't know, just like lands and icons and attractions and just all of the different things that they have represented on this mug I thought were really pretty. And then lastly for EPCOT, this is kind of random, but in the China Pavilion, I found this really cute little necklace, and it says Live Your Dream here on this little circle, and that has just like a little moon and star and everything on it. And this was $8.99, and it's like the for the planet jewelry. Before we continue to Magic Kingdom and Disney Springs, I wanted to show one of the mugs that I picked up from my Disney resort. This one is themed to Mickey Mouse. This one was released around the time of Mickey's 90th birthday, so I think this is a really, really cool print to have. This, I believe, was $18.99, and then it is free refills for the rest of your stay, which was really, really nice. And then the other item I picked up at my resort was a picture frame that I thought was really cool, because you can actually switch out the pictures really often in this particular frame, which I just thought was really, really nice. It is just this wooden frame, pops out there in the back. This was $24.99, and engraved there at the bottom it says most magical place on earth, and it looks like a clipboard. It has the castle there all wrapped nicely so it doesn't get scratched up as our little clip, and then you can just put pictures right there and just like switch them out easily. So like every visit I could put a postcard or a letter from or photos from or anything like that. And while we're talking about resorts and things, let me show you some of the free items that I was able to get on my visit. These items I just saved from little just like cups of water that I got, and I would highly recommend doing this. Any quick service location that you go to save money, or instead of buying bottles of water, just walk up to any quick service location and ask for a cup of water. Another item that I saved, this did not have anything on it, I just like ordered fruit. I just dropped all of the maps on the ground. I just got like fruit on it, and it came in like a little like bowl anyway, so this plate had nothing on it. And then of course I also saved my popcorn buckets that they would give my little refills to me in, and I would just quickly dump them into my popcorn bucket that I got. That way these are generally clean as well. I did not film on my last few days at Walt Disney World. The following day after Magic Kingdom, we spent the day at Disney Springs, and then the day after that, we actually went to the Wave restaurant at the Contemporary, and then went to Cast Connection after that. But while we were at Contemporary, I was able to pick up some really cool maps of just the resort, which are really cool. And then one thing which was so weird but also really sad is I love every time I visit Walt Disney World is to get a set of the park guide maps. So normally every time I visit the park, I walk through the front entrance, I grab just a little stack of maps, like 2 or 3 copies of each one, because I like to send them to friends or things like that, and then I also like to keep a copy, like a set of each time I go, because they very often change the front covers of the maps. But this time, it's really sad. The only park that I saw the maps out front was for EPCOT. All the other parks did not see any maps in, and it makes me so sad because I heard many years ago that they were going to start fading out the guide maps, and they were only telling you like just to use your app, use the My Disney Experience app, and that makes me so sad because as a kid I would always love looking at the maps and everything. It was just so fun, and I also like to collect them, so that was super just sad not to see them. Actually at some of the stores you can ask for the maps while you're there if like you need them, but at your resort, whenever we checked in, I just asked for a set of maps, and then I also went up like 2 other times throughout the trip and just asked for another set of maps. That way I could have a little collection of them, but just sad that they're like kind of hard to find now. You just have to ask for them. Next up, at Magic Kingdom, the one item for sure that I wanted to pick up on my visit to Magic Kingdom was the silhouette, which is something that you can get on Main Street USA, something I had never done before, which was really cool. I was hoping to actually get this silhouette done with my graduation ears on, or to have them just like cut like a graduation cap like on my head, because I thought it'd be cool to get the silhouettes done for like special occasions, special like memories and things. Unfortunately they couldn't do that, but that's okay because this will still show like the overtime of me, I guess. So this frame is all plastic though, something I did not realize. It is still just like very iconic for the Disney pieces, and there you can see my silhouette cut out there. We watched them cut it out by hand. It did not take too long, and the artist who cut it out actually did sign it over here. It says Walt Disney World there on it, so I thought that was really neat. I obviously had my hair down for that, and it's in their own unique style. I think it looks like pretty accurate like for me on that day, so that was, I don't know, just something really special to have. You do get 2 copies of your silhouette, which they actually just put here on the back, so I can use that for something else. I believe this ended up being like $26 in total. I know the frame was $11, and then them cutting it out was like $13, something like that, so it like wasn't as expensive as I thought it was. And you can actually get cutouts, like silhouettes of multiple people in like one frame and everything, so it's really cool to do with your family next time you're there. Really like neat way to remember your trip. Also, while I was at Magic Kingdom, over at the Friars Nook, which is right behind the castle, right by Winnie the Pooh, right across from Mine Train, I picked up the souvenir little Mickey Mouse bowl They normally only had this with ice cream, which I can't really get at Walt Disney World because of the allergy and things, but they were actually serving this with a hot dog, which was awesome. It is just a little Mickey bowl, and it looks like his hat. I feel like they're gonna have this there for a while if you're looking to also pick it up, because they were literally serving it with everything if you wanted. You could also opt to like not get it, but I think this is a really, really neat piece to have. Over in Frontierland, actually, at the trading post, I was able to get the treasure skeleton from the Pirates of the Caribbean attraction. This is a Disney Parks exclusive Funko Pop, and he looks so cool. I cannot wait to add this one to my collection, and I cannot wait to see, and I really hope that they release ones for the 50th. Also at that same location, I picked up 2 of the brand new Tiny Kingdom pin boxes. These are actually $19.99 a piece, which I thought was pretty crazy because these pins are really small. I got the Belle little parking sign. You can see just how tiny they are. They're like just the size of like my fingernails. And then we also have the Imagination Pavilion. So cute. We have the Banshee there from Pandora. The Muppet Vision 3D sign. The Yeti from Expedition Everest. And then also the Black Spire Outpost, little Galaxy's Edge Batu logo. Now these final items for Magic Kingdom I picked up in the Emporium. This was $14.99. This is the 2021 spinner little logo pin I decided to get for this year. These next items I actually totally forgot that they were selling. Whenever I saw them, I kind of freaked out because I just totally forgot that these were available right now, because they remind me so much of Tokyo Disney, and I just love the little foods and things. Like, I just got so excited about it. This is the popcorn bucket keychain. It also comes with a little clip. This was $9.99. Kind of crazy, but to me, this is something I personally love. So I decided to get them. It has the little popcorn spilling out the back. And I actually have this popcorn bucket, which is really cool. And then they also had this little Mickey kitchen sink. I also have this actual bucket too. This was also $10. This is really big. Surprisingly, it has big little scoops of ice cream in there, whipped cream. It looks exactly like it. This is just such a cool piece. Next up, I actually think this was one of my favorite purchases from the trip, which may sound a little bit crazy. I think I love the items that I was like on the hunt for every single day, like my Dok Ondar and the Spork and the plushes and the pins, just like the other unique items I was able to find. But this I was thinking about the entire trip and finally got it on like my last park day, and that is the bucket hat, but it is the new mint green design that they just released for Spirit Jersey just a few days before I went, and I love minty green, so this was just an amazing find. It has a little sparkly Walt Disney World design to it, and this is made by Spirit Jersey, which also means it was a little bit pricey. This was $34.99. And lastly, Disney Springs. I have to say, and I don't like to say this, but I am a little bit disappointed in Disney Springs. World of Disney just isn't the same, and it makes me really sad. That used to be the store where if you forgot to get something on your visit, they have it. World of Disney always has it. But now, they don't like have much at all. It just makes me really, really sad. Every time I walk into the store since they'd redone it, I'm just always like, yeah, it's just really, really hard to find things in there, and it makes me so sad. And the store itself's so crazy, and it's weird now compared to what it used to be. But on a better note, I've been having luck at the Disney Style store more than anything, and I was able to get the other 2 keychains that I was missing from the other 2 I just showed. So there were these 4 available of the little food keychains, again, $10 each, but this is the Mickey balloon bucket. Again, I have this real version as well. The popcorn spilling out the top. It just looks so very cute. And I also have this one of the aliens, so it's kind of cool. I have like the tiny versions of all of them as well. The popcorn spilling out the top there too. It looks so cute. And I think they're actually really good quality for the keychains. The last item I picked up, 1990. This is from Uniqlo, what do you call it? I always get confused. But I love the store either way. The Florida orange Mickey Mouse shirt. This was like such a throwback design, I thought. And it just looks so cool. Just like old Florida oranges, Mickey Mouse. Like, I just really, really liked this print. And the shirt feels amazing quality. They had so many cool shirts. I had to narrow it down to one, so that's the one that I picked up at Disney Springs. Those are all of the items that I got on my most recent trip to Walt Disney World. I'll have the playlist linked down below if you'd like to see the rest of the fun times, laughs, and smiles that I had on the trip, and then also the other haul videos from the other places that I was able to go to on this visit. I cannot wait to go back, and I cannot wait to share more of my Disney adventures with you. Remember to do what you love and do what makes you happy, and I will see you all next time. Bye!